President Trump has begun a new battle, one with far-reaching consequences for the future of the internet.
My executive order calls for new regulations under Section 230 of the Communications Decency Act.
It's an attempt to hit tech companies where it hurts, targeting a highly controversial legal shield that has allowed tech companies to flourish in America.
Without the 26 words in Section 230, the internet that we know today would look very different.
A fact-check warning slapped on tweets about mail-in voting drew ire from the president in an executive order.
I think you shut it down as far as I'm concerned.
Now Twitter has flagged another provocative late-night tweet from the president that warns protesters when the looting starts, the shooting starts.
The important thing about the order that President Trump signed on Thursday is that it doesn't immediately change anything about the internet or the laws that apply to the internet. What it does is it sets in motion a process that could see tech companies investigated or penalized for the decisions they make about the content that they leave up or the content that they take down.
But how did an arcane clause of the Communications Decency Act become the new battlefront for the White House?
Section 230 is a law that Congress passed in 1996 that protects websites and other platforms from liability for information that third parties post on their sites.
The internet, call it what you will, is probably the most exciting new development in the history of any of us that are now living.
That law allowed the internet to flourish. But along with the good and the weird came the bad.
I'm Barack Obama.
People have posted my personal information and that of my parents online.
The killer live streamed video of his massacre so that the world could see it.
President Trump knows how to pick a fight, and the decision to go after Section 230 could be seen as a calculated move from the president, picking a reform that already has bipartisan support. There has long been discomfort among Democrats with the regulation. Joe Biden recently told the New York Times, "Section 230 has got to go, no ifs, no buts." Democrats are unlikely to easily lend their support to such a blatant act of retaliation from the president, but without the protection of the administration, a fundamental shift in the way the internet is administered could be on the horizon. Social media companies would be right to be nervous.
Trump's relationship with Twitter is an important but difficult one sometimes. On one hand, it's through social media that Trump was able to emerge victorious in the 2016 election. And on a site like Twitter, he can reach more than 80 million people with just, the ease of a click. But at the same time, Trump has had a pretty icy relationship with the whole of Silicon Valley.
It remains to be seen whether this threat of an overhaul to the way they do business is enough to subdue Silicon Valley. Meanwhile, President Trump continues to tweet out his thoughts.